Hey, so last time you guys proceeded to delve further into the basement. You found some signs of ritual casting of some sort and a letter. Uh, did what? Did the letter have a signed name? I can't remember.
Huber on his Dragon Skull stationery.
Yep. And did it say who he was sending it to?
Uh, I don't have that. I do have that he called us Moppets.
Just S. Sending it to S. I'll put it back in chat real quick. Here's what it says. It's um you proceeded to go into one room where the ritual seemed to have been cast successfully, but and it seemed to have opened up a portal to another realm, and there were some monsters there waiting for you. Then you found a room that had a petrified kobold in it, uh, and some undead cockatrice, which you dispatched, but at the cost of Vierheis becoming petrified. Fortunately, you know that this petrification only lasts 24 hours.
Alas, we were too late. We have lost Vierheis. We must call for his brother, Heerheis.
Hey guys, you think we could like sell the goblin in town as like a statue and then just leave with the money?
I don't know that that's leaving town money.
I think maybe not leave town. We'll just sell the statue the cobalt and as a statue, and then it's someone else's problem. We have the money.
Oh, when you said goblin, I thought you meant Vierheis.
No, I meant cobalt. We could sell this cobalt to town as a statue.
All right. So yeah, that's where we're at. And how would you guys like to proceed?
Okay, so Vierheis needs to depetrify, as does the goblin. I have it listed that we have 3 cockatrice corpses to harvest.
Hmm.
Do we want to keep exploring, or do we just want to go ahead and sit down and take care of those and maybe take a rest and get beer heist back? What do y'all think?
I mean, I think we've got to export everything to the south, and there's only like a one passage to the north. All right, maybe let's put a. I don't know how. Maybe we should tie up this cobalt statue, or I know. We'll tie the cobalt statue to its feet, hanging it over the pit, and then we'll go take a rest. And so when he gets depetrified, he's already in a really bad spot. And we can talk to him.
It should be worth noting you guys don't know how long until he depetrifies.
I think
Well,
we
that's good.
were going to tie him up or restrain him in some way, just to be
Okay,
safe.
that's fine. But just saying, like, Vierheist will be 24 hours from now. This goblin or this kobold, for all you know, could have been petrified 23 hours ago.
And that's why we'll hang him over the pit.
Okay, well then you've got let's see. Roll one person roll a d20 and we'll say that's how whatever you get, that's how long he's got until he depetrifies. So you got 15 hours. Plenty of time. So your current plan is to tie him up and hang him over a pit?
How's that sound? How's that sound to you guys?
Like a lot of work. Why don't we just tie him up?
Well, because he's a statue, which means you can't really get the rope tight. Because once he gets, more human fleshy, he might probably be able to wiggle through.
Well, then just make it really tight.
How much does a kobold weigh?
I mean, two birds with one stone. We could tie him up with the end of a rope and then lower the rope into the pit.
So, so just so you guys are aware, the kobold probably weighs somewhere in the range of 400 to 600 pounds.
What the?
Because when you become petrified, you are 10 times your normal weight.
Ah. So we probably won't be hanging over a pit.
I mean, it'll be some work. That's a pretty heavy kobold. Also, Vierheis is now extremely heavy.
Yeah, we're not really going to touch your eyes. He's kind of stuck where he's at. This leaves some more challenges that I want to solve. All right, new plan. We drag the kobolds to the room across where we fought the gibbering mouths, because that's not too far away. We're there. We tie his hands up. He'll still be able to get. I don't know how you tie up a statue, because once they get human, they get a lot more limber. I get it. We stand him upright. We then put him on a chair or on a piece of furniture. Okay. And we put a noose around his neck and we tie it up to something higher.
Wow. Just gonna kill him like that.
No.
Man, dirty like that.
Yes, we're going to do him dirty. Because he has information we need. He's probably here when the attack happened. It's either that or the old Inquisition people were playing a really cruel joke on this kobold, and he's been here a lot longer than we think. All right, Noble Six, what do you want to do with this petrified kobold?
Oh, easy. Just pick him up and drop him.
You want to break it?
Yeah, concrete's brittle when it's like that.
What if we
Once
break off
the
his
bones
arm?
act as like rebar, then it'll just break easily.
What if we just break off his arms then?
So
Okay,
let's
this-
maybe not maim the statue. It sounds like him and Vierheist are going to be annoying to move. So what if we go ahead and deal with the cockatrice corpses and get those all butchered up? And then we could just sort of poke our heads around the corners into these last couple of rooms while we're waiting.
Sounds good. Look at Colby getting tired of me and Harrison bickering about how to deal with a statue.
Well, I was a little afraid that you were going to like break the arms off and he would unpetrify and just be screaming.
So how are you tying it up?
Well, we said
Hey, don't-
15 hours, right?
Yeah, you got plenty of time, but how?
Oh, I don't think we're tying them up right now. I think we're just gonna let 'em- we're gonna let them be free range right now.
Okay.
It's best to have your kobolds free range. I guess I will use my tools to. I think what wasn't it Dex that we came up with for using leather workers' tools on these cockatrices?
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, if you want to tie them up, you guys don't technically know that you have 15 hours.
See, we should
Like the
tie them up.
characters don't.
Let's
Could
rip
we
off.
could we work out some kind of fancy knot that will tighten if he unpetrifies and pulls on it?
Like a slip knot?
I mean, what are you tying him to?
Okay, I got it.
Veerheist?
Okay. Well, I didn't know if like you were trying to tie him to himself or what. Like, how are you trying to tie him up? Because he's not exactly in a position that would make it easy to tie. It
And
would.
that's why if we break off a couple arms, he'll be pretty easy to tie up. We could go with the noose and the put him on a barrel and then tie the rope up above something else above that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do it. However, I just need a clear picture of how you're going to do it.
All right.
I will contribute that we have the empty jackalware bag that I thought was magical but isn't, so we can just put it over his head as our final final piece.
Yeah, we'll put that over the head. We'll then make sure we tie the rope around the bag so it's even more snug. Okay, and then you loop the rope around the shoulders. All right, and then it goes up to the arms, loops around that, and then it goes snakes around the arms to each hand, to like on the right arm, snakes around the right arm. Then reaches over to the left arm, pulling tight, tying another slip knot there, before wrapping up down the left arm, going down the torso to feet, going down the right leg around the ankle, cross the left leg to left ankle, then back up, and then back up to his neck.
Can you write that down?
Oh no! And then the rope will then, with the last bit of rope at the end, will then go to tying the two cross pieces from ankles, arms, and pulling those tight. How's that sound?
Sure. You could do it.
I think that'd be pretty restrained. He's like covered in rope. Even if he gets limber and things are be pulling on each other.
I think you just need to roll to see how well you can pull that off.
I mean,
Yeah.
I described that pretty well.
Yeah, that's
Roll to
fine.
see
We can.
if you have long enough rope.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, how tall is a cobalt? They're not that tall.
I mean, everything of rope is 50 feet. Like,
Hayden described at least 80 feet.
I did not. I described 20 feet.
we still have a bunch of extra kits that we got earlier. We have like 150, 200 feet of rope.
Yeah, you got plenty of rope. It's not sleight of hand really. What's a skill we can roll to see how well you tie these knots?
Survival.
Yeah, I was gonna say survival.
That
Roll
was weird.
Yeah. Survival makes the most sense. Roll that and we'll see how good your knots are.
Oh no, I'm gonna have some bad knots, my dudes. 16,
Oh
average.
no, you did real well. You all judge that if this guy becomes unpetrified, he's not going anywhere. So now, who would like to try and skin or collect the cockatrice?
Oh, I will.
I'll say George has the proficiency. I'm also going to go ahead and use my channel divinity to sit here and turn 2 of these chain shirts into an art piece with my channel divinity.
I guess I'm gonna use my leatherworking tools and get to work cutting this bad boy up.
All
I think
right.
we've used dexterity in the past, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense for if you're trying to preserve the
I got a
hide and stuff.
5.
What's the -1?
His dexterity modifier.
My dex.
Okay. Yeah, you attempt to harvest these, but they're undead, and you just can't find anything worth harvesting, unfortunately.
I'm okay with that.
Do you need to roll anything, Colby, or do you just get to do that with your ability?
Nope, I can just turn it into stuff.
Cool.
So I have made a gold statue worth 100 gold.
Cool.
This is the weird, highly specific use of my subclass.
So, are you guys just going to spend the rest of the time long resting in this room? Or going to do anything with your free time? Or what?
You can actually see how like I am on, health and spells and things. I'm actually okay on spells, assuming there's not another like boss fight down here. Do you just want to go poke our heads around for a minute?
Yeah, might as well. Not like Viraz is going to be doing anything.
So, keeping an eye out for traps. Okay, that's the collapsed exit.
Yep.
I think up top is what we were looking for. There's that one last secret door that we never went through. We got distracted, I think.
Yeah, this was the failed ritual room.
Yep.
And so there's the top right. Did we go through that one? It looks like it's closed.
You did not.
So we didn't go through either of these, did we? Oh, maybe we did.
You went
we
through
went through.
Okay.
All right. If you want to go through this one,
Yep, I'm opening the door.
it is a small hallway with a door here and a door here.
Well, I'm gonna go through this door.
And I'm going to ready an action to Sacred Flame if I see something hostile.
Which door? The one at the bottom or the one at the top?
Top.
Well, why can I not click the thing?
I'm ready an Eldritch Blast. First thing that moves, it's shot.
I'm already walking in.
You see...
Naked Granny.
Nope, not that. You see a small empty room.
Alright.
Well, I'm definitely going to use guidance and make a perception check, I guess.
All right.
I'm actually going to investigate the room to see if I find anything buried, I guess, or hidden in the walls.
I'm gonna go to the other room
So I'm going to investigate.
at the end of the hall.
Okay. Investigation and
Fail.
perception. Good
Whoa.
perception check. It's an empty room.
That's stupid. Who has an empty room? Who has an empty room hidden from a secret door?
I mean, my suspicion is that there is something we're missing. Do I have Detect Magic memorized?
And you're going to open this bottom door, Noble 6?
Yep.
I'm already Eldritch Blast. First thing that moves in there gets shut. Oh, it's the coffins. It's this
There's
secret
more
door.
coffins.
There's a mimic in the corner.
You
This
guys
corner
have-
right here.
You guys have now explored the entirety of the dungeon of the basement.
All right, all right, all right.
We have this little random room for nothing. You know what? I just screw that room. You know.
All right, and that was everything.
That's everything, I believe.
All right. So now we hit the rest button.
If you want, unless you want to. I mean, you got. You have at least 24 hours before Veerheis returns to normal. You can rest down here. If you want to go back to town, you could go to town. Um, you could, like I said, you got 24 hours if there's anything you want to do.
Well, we could go in town and see what time we go outside and see what time it is, and maybe maybe go sell some items.
We could sell. We could also. Man, this feels like a trap. I guess one thing we could also do is presumably all of the corpses down here have potentially friends, family, whatnot.
Uh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no, simply because they don't mention it, and I feel like if there were people missing from the town or from Vandalin,
That paints a really bad picture of the Acking, like economic model, though. That there were like dozens and dozens of people employed up here, but none of them were from town.
well, I mean, it does mention that some were the. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, fair point. Um,
I mean, one way or
as
the other, we should maybe go see
yeah,
if like Gariel would help us, because I assume they're probably going to turn into restless undead at some point if we just leave a giant murder pit.
That we need to clean this up because this is going to be ours, and so I kind of want to have a nice home to come back to.
all right, so
I say all this. This makes sense narratively, but I feel like it's mean to Aaron. Like, let's just fast forward till we can get Aaron back in this.
okay.
Because I feel bad making you sit there for like 30 minutes while we go wander around town.
All right. In
Yeah,
that
that's kind
case,
of my dilemma.
George, Errant, and Noble Six can all take a long rest.
Yeah, boy.
Veerheis, unfortunately, you cannot.
And actually, with the amount of time we have, don't I get Channel Divinity on a short rest?
Oh, wait, we're taking a short rest.
Well, I was going to do something because if we have 13 hours, I have a minute to do something else. Yeah, short rest. Okay, I'm going to do another artisans whatever in addition to the short rest.
Okay.
Oh, so we're doing a short rest. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Someone talked to me, so we're doing shorts.
No, you're doing a long one.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We have enough time that I'm able to short rest, do another ritual, and then long rest. But this is actually really helping because we have a lot of random loot from stuff, and I can break it down. So I'm turning 2 suits of chainmail and
Wrong button.
yeah, 2 suits of chainmail and a suit of scale mail into another gold statue.
All right. So yeah, with that, after 15 hours, the kobold becomes unpetrified in the middle of your long rest there. And shortly after that, Veerheist does as well.
Is there a long rest button, or am I just clicking everything?
No, there's not a button. There's a potential button that I can make, but it's complicated.
All right. All right. So Veerheist is back. Kobold is back. Anything notable about the Kobold as it unpetrifies?
As it unpetrifies, uh, he sees you guys and immediately begins begging for food or water. He is hungry and thirsty, and his voice is light, as a small creature might be, but at the same time raspy from lack of water.
Fine, I guess I give him some water.
He is very appreciative. But now that he's able to I don't want to say think, but his now that his basic needs have been met.
Can I say I would, in the process of doing this, like maneuver him deeper into the room and put us between him and the door, or at least
Okay.
some of us between him and the door.
Yeah, we're gonna say he's here.
He now looks at you guys very as if he's frightened of you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what I want. All right. Let's skip the introductions.
Why would we do that?
Because I'm let's just jump to the straight. I asked him this. All right, let's get to it. What happened? Why are you stuck in this room with these cockatrices in the forever cycle of being frozen, of being stoned and unstoned? You get it, you're rock. You want to be rock hard and all, but not that way.
I'm just waiting. One day, Mama Matthews is going to watch one of these.
Why? That day's never gonna come.
You tempt fate again and again.
I tempt fate every day. It's what I love to do.
He will tell you that he's in the room with the cockatrice because he was told to put them there.
By who?
What's that?
Who told you to put them in here?
I don't say this out loud, but I am also marveling at how stupid this guy is to have accepted this task to put undead petrification chickens into a room seemingly by himself with no protective.
Oh no! He didn't put undead petrification chickens here. He put alive petrification chickens here.
Oh, that's not a ton better.
Yeah, they were alive when he put them here. But Yeah, he'll tell you that Huber told me to put them here.
So I will at least ask for his name.
Oh, he will tell you that his name is Patsky. Patsky.
I just had a horrible, mean thought that is not in keeping with my alignment. So, Patsky, would you say that Huber kind of screwed you in this exchange?
Um, he's not particularly smart enough to think that. Um,
So I'm now using like small child talking to small children in animals' voice.
mhm.
Look, Patsky, buddy, I hate to tell you this, but like they left you here. They handed you 3 dangerous murder chickens and put you in this room, and then when you didn't come out, they just left.
Um, yeah, he can relate to that, and he is. Let's say he's very used to being bullied. Um, he sorry, he does. There's not a lot of specific things for him to
They
say.
didn't give Patsky an intricate internal life.
No, but it does say specifically that he's used to being bullied. Like, this is not an uncommon thing for to happen to him. I guess this is on the extreme end, but not uncommon.
I mean, Patsky, buddy, you gotta have better self-esteem than this. I mean, like you've got valuable skills. This town has a mining exchange. That's a good union job. We could go get you set up right now.
Um, he'll tell you that he did not. He doesn't want to be a miner. He That's hard work. Too hard. Um,
You know what
and
else is
he
hard work, Patsky? Being petrified by cockatrices over and over and over.
he will tell you that uh, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Not hazing. Um,
Attempted murder?
rite of passage. That's not right either. Um, the cost of being Hoover's apprentice. How's that?
Patsky,
You gotta
Huber neither anticipated nor cared about you coming out of this room.
no. He was gonna teach me magic.
Patsky, this whole place is empty except for us. Huber's long gone.
Um, yeah, his face becomes kind of crestfallen. He was not expecting that.
See,
Um,
I hate to be the one sharing hard truths, man, but I'm telling you this because I think that you're worth more than this.
um, roll persuasion.
I
It
do
will
think
not be
I'm.
difficult.
I was gonna say I do think I'm proficient, if not great.
Oh yeah,
Excellent.
his eyes will get real big, and uh, and he's eating it up. Um, though you should know that uh, this is probably very similar to the same things that Huber would have told him.
I mean, the difference is that I am not going to feed him to cockatrices.
The
Sure.
difference is I will feed him the
And
cockroaches.
let me make this clear. Even if it's the exact same words Huber used, he is still eating it up. Like the fact that Hoover lied to him does not even register that someone else may now be lying to him. Like he is all in on what you're saying.
So, here's what I'm going to say, Patsky. If you help us out, and you really do want to learn magic, we know some great folks who actually are looking for apprentices, and at a minimum, will almost certainly not just leave you in a pit with cockatrices. Does that sound good?
Yes. I'm looking for anything specific that.
Hello?
CJ?
I think everybody needs to click. I had to click reconnect.
Oh.
CJ disappeared, and then
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, I could hear you guys the whole time. I thought.
Huh.
But
Yeah, you were like, I'm going to look and see if there's more written about Patsky, and then you just vanished.
oh, so that's a lot you guys didn't hear.
Yep.
Um,
Also, I
Oh,
seem to have lost my token.
Oh,
so basically, for helping him, rescuing him, all that jazz, he's going to give you everything of value that he currently has, which is a gold necklace worth 25 gold pieces, a potion of resistance to acid, and the key to this room.
oh, nice.
So, Akink in particular has like. Kobolds aren't like monsters who are going to be shot on sight if they try and go to like Waterdeep, right?
Uh, a single kobold? Probably not. No.
So I think what I would do is curse you alignment. I'm going to give him an Akink business card and give him back, say, 5 gold. to help him make his way there.
Mm-hmm. Just so you guys know, you are coming up to a point in time where you'll be able to.
Yeah, I don't actually want to hire Patsky ourselves
Okay.
just yet.
Okay.
if
Just wanted to
someone
let you.
if someone will teach Patsky some common sense and some magic, I might be up for hiring Patsky, but I do not actually want Patsky to work for us yet.
That's fine. I just wanted to remind you just in case.
Because while I do think that he can be better than this, he also agreed to apparently lock himself in this room. Was this door locked when we got here?
It was not.
Okay.
He had fallen over inside of it, in front of the door.
But yeah, he was willing to do that, which, while the loyalty is commendable, the thought process is not great. So yeah. Little pouch, 5 gold, Ack Ink card, a hobo
All right.
pouch and a dream. Was there anything else that he can tell us about Huber or what they were doing here? I mean, like, why was he putting... Does he know why he was putting cockatrices in here?
Oh no, not at all.
So this was probably just Huber being cruel for no reason.
He can tell you.
I would love to hear the good explanation for why they handed him, here's 3 murder chickens. It's really
very
important that
dangerous
you
things.
put him in this room.
Um, as a as Huber's apprentice, well, I say that lightly. He can tell you that Huber is a gnome.
Have we seen or heard of any gnomes in town?
No.
We have not. I have a list of all of our NPCs.
Is it J. Edgar Hoover? Is he starting the FBI?
Yeah, that's really all he can tell you. He doesn't know. He was obviously not in on the planning or the motivations.
Okay. Well, if that's all he's got for us, let's go back to town now.
All right.
Yeah.
We can drag along. Well, no, these were undead. Undead are probably not good for animals to eat, right?
It's rotted flesh, so it's probably gonna make the wolf sick. So I don't think we want to do that for Pansy.
Um, so, is there anything specific you're wanting to do in town?
I have several. We have a lot of items to sell.
Okay.
I was also looking, and Veerheist does have that special supply chain background feature,
Okay.
which might help us to sell those in an easier or better way.
I don't know what that is, but I will try and look it up.
I included it in my money-making guide. Feature supply chain. From your time as a
there.
merchant, you retain connections with wholesalers, suppliers, and other merchants and entrepreneurs. You can call upon these connections when looking for items or information.
Okay. I don't know if it'll help you sell anything, but if there's something specific you're looking for,
Well, I thought that it might help because we've got multiple art pieces, which is what the gold statues are.
okay,
And I figure it might help us to find the correct market for that.
gotcha. I mean, if you're looking for a correct market for art, you're probably not going to find it in Fandolin. Maybe, maybe one of the shrines or temples could use it. Uh, but if you want to get real good pricing on it, you'd need to go to a bigger city or hope that a traveling merchant comes through. But nobody in a small town like Fandolin. Maybe Harbin Wester as the banker might have some extra cash to throw around.
Oh, sure, why not?
But yeah, most people here live really simple lives and don't have a lot of need for artistry.
All right. What else do we want to do? So I guess we want to look into cleaning out all of these bodies down here and maybe go talk to Sildar and
Okay.
just update him of like, hey, so someone came and assassinated all these people.
Okay, so you're going to you're going to do a lot of um, maintenance isn't the word, but yeah, just general sell your goods, relay information, stuff like that.
Unless yeah.
Unless there's something specific that you're trying to convince someone to do, or something you want to buy or whatever, we're just going to say that you guys were pretty successful at all that. You were able to find Sildar and relay the information to him. You went to Sister Gariel and asked her about the bodies and stuff in here and asked for her assistance. She agrees to help you eventually, but she's got some patients that she's trying to take care of that need her attention. In the Two Sisters and uh, what was the half orc's name?
Gilda?
Gilda. Yeah, Gilda. So it'll be a while before she can help with that.
We also
But
know Talanatha is out there somewhere, who was the
well,
other employee who escaped.
I was getting to that. Um, you guys know there are a handful of things that you have promised to do. Um, for starters, you have those footprints to investigate. Um, then you also know that, as you said, Talanatha has escaped. To where, you're not sure. Um, there's also the mayoral race and city council stuff going on. Speaking of which, Harbin will invite you to a party that he'll be hosting. Um, and there will be just a lot of general things to be done. You're also awaiting uh, someone from Acquisitions Inc. to show up, as Omen said that he would be sending someone. But in general, those things, we'll see what you guys sort of want to focus on. But in general, you guys are going to be having some downtime. And I'm sending you some links of things that you can do during your downtime.
Learn the banjo.
You can actually do that, I think.
Oh,
I think you
Actually.
you can pick up a new proficiency.
okay. You could like learn an instrument. That's funny.
And one more. And if there's something else you guys would like to do, like something that's not listed, we can definitely try and work that in as well. See
There's
if we
three
can't.
links.
It doesn't have to be specifically one of these things. But that being said, it should also be. You guys should also know that you will have lifestyle expenses for this. So if you're not earning money, you will be spending it. And you will, well, not yet, but eventually in future downtimes, you will also have licensing fees and stuff to pay to Akin. Um,
So here's a question that's going to go kind of off book, but
mhm.
can I use my channel divinity, the artisan's blessing, to speed up creating a non-magical item that's worth more than 100 gold?
Uh, yeah, I guess.
Because I'm just looking at this. Let me do the math. Okay, there we go. It took weirdly long to load the calculator app. It takes 30 weeks to make a suit of plate mail
Oh man.
with the normal downtime rules.
Yeah.
That is most of a year.
Yep. Heavy or plate is a very. It's a very strong piece of armor.
It is. I'm just wondering. I think actually the way this is written, it's it would be faster to make a magical item. like I can make a 2,000 gold. I can make a rare magic item in 10 weeks.
What?
That's on, if I'm reading the downtime rules correctly.
Which one is the regular item?
Regular item is you make 50 gold worth of progress a week.
But what one is that? What's it listed under?
That's downtime revisited in Xanathar's crafting an item.
Xanathar's. And crafting an item.
That is wild.
Versus crafting a magic item. Huh.
that,
Well,
that
also-
seems screwy.
Well, the crafting magic items has a minimum level requirement.
Right, but I'm still saying like it's weird.
Well, I imagine by 6th level, you might have plate armor already. Would be the idea there. But yeah, we can say that it helps. I don't know the best way to do that though.
So here's the thing. in a in a given day, I can use Channel Divinity. The Artisan's Blessing itself takes an hour, and then it takes an hour to get it back. So presumably, I could use that 12 times in one day and create 12 100 gold items, as long as I have the materials.
I like how carousing and sowing rumors is a couple of the options.
Yep.
Which might help you with Talanatha and or basically any of it, really. If you want to take more of a if you want to influence the election, if you want to hear what people have been saying about creatures outside of town, or what maybe some of the old Act Inc. employees, specifically Talanatha, may have been saying around town. Yeah, you can use it to do just about anything.
Like the one list, the first option is building a stronghold.
Yep.
Which we kind of already have one, technically, I guess.
It's in ruins, but you've got the
the
start of it.
I don't know. Yeah, it would probably take something to fix it up, but
So I guess that might be a question. Is that something that probably we want to wait to do?
What?
To start working on the keep?
like making it into an actual stronghold or base of operations.
I'm just wondering, could we make it like, could we fix it up enough for us to have reasonably safe places to sleep and a place to keep our giant dire wolf?
I mean,
Yes.
it would take time, but you do have downtime now. The how much downtime is going to be sort of up to you guys and what you want to do. The different, if you want to work on your keep, you can take maybe a little extra. If you want to go pursue those footprints, maybe you won't be working on it so much and won't have a ton of downtime.
And the
If you
footprints
want
had something to do with the livestock, right?
Yes. If you want to start, or if you want to meddle in the election, I say meddle, you don't, if you want to start influencing that, you'll have to put that off, a lot of the work on it off, but you could still have as much downtime as you wanted, really.
I kind of feel like if we...
I will say that if it were, you're going to have a representative from ACK Inc. showing up, and he will probably encourage you to work on the house. Having a location is very important to ACK Inc. and their brand. They want to be able to be found. Anybody who wants to come hire you needs to know where to find you. He would also encourage you to not necessarily influence the election, but make sure you're in good with the people in charge, because they will that can make your life easier.
Well, and it occurred to me, it seems like if we want to influence, some of these things might be multiple birds with one stone. Because it seems like if we deal with the livestock issue, we're going to endear ourselves to the townsfolk.
Sure.
Which might help us to influence the election, and it might also help us, having both the townspeople and the mayor on our side would help in the rebuilding.
Yep. Very true. But if you go off looking for these footprints, that will leave you'll be leaving the town for who knows how long, and you won't be influencing the election at all until you get back. And who knows what could happen during that downtime, that away time.
I'm just not sure how effective we're going to be. Like, adventuring is sort of the primary asset we bring to the town.
Yeah. No, I'm just letting you know that in the first campaign I ran, everything was very straightforward. In this one, everything you do has benefits and consequences.
So, when is the election?
Uh, when did I say it was? Arrival in Fanolin. Politics in Fanolin. Um, let's see if searching will.
While you sort this out and everyone deliberates, I'm going to go pee.
So is it just me, but CJ, all the links you sent are just links to books.
Oh, you can't open them?
Nope, it's just books. Buy our books. Buy my merch.
It's D&D. It worked for me on the browser, like on my computer.
Yeah,
but
did Colby kick you out of the Muppets campaign?
I don't know. I mean, when I click on them, and it says
Well,
open link.
Yeah.
maybe
well,
you're not signed in, or
I hit continue, and it's just Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yeah, are you signed into D&D
D&D
Beyond?
Beyond.
I haven't been on that in so long. Maybe that's why.
Mm.
Because if Colby still has us in the Muppet campaign, then he's sharing his content, and
Yeah,
you should be able to open it.
Oh,
as long as you're signed in.
Yeah.
I'm about to be re-signed in. That's why it's been so long since I've been signed in that I just sent me books. Now I think it should. Okay, look at that. Downtime activities.
There you go.
Are they
Awesome.
okay? So what's the difference between all of them? Harrison, stop doing coke.
Yeah. So, what sort of things are you guys? And you don't have to read them necessarily. Like you don't have. I say read them. You don't have to choose one of these specific things. These are just general ideas to give you sort of a starting point. If there's something you want to do during your downtime, let me know and we can talk about how we could resolve that. Like what do you guys think your characters would do if they had a break?
Pit fighting. We would all be pit fighting.
I mean, definitely Errant is like hyper, like task oriented. So he's probably not just going to go like chill. He's going to be trying to earn money, make gear that we need, or advance one of our agenda items.
I think for this time, I think I'm going to let's see. Kind of more on the lines of start spiffing the place up a bit.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna start spiffing the place up.
I mean, I
Probably,
do.
probably gonna start like our campsite outside and make that nicer.
Okay.
I mean, I would think between the four of us, we could probably make some good progress pretty quickly.
Okay. What sort of stronghold are you going to try and replicate?
Well, so yeah, what is this place anyways exactly like?
I mean, I'm not even sure we're at that level. I mean, I'm thinking like maybe a front room to meet clients and
Okay.
bedrooms and a wolf pen.
Oh, that also brings the idea. Do you guys want to start trying to hire people?
Mm.
Oh no, I don't have the. I can't afford that. That's a major financial burden that I cannot afford right now.
In this economy. But I mean, labor is relatively cheap, right?
Yes. Um,
We should have convinced that Cobalt to work for us or to join our party.
I don't. I don't
Well,
think that was a
Well,
strong plan.
no, temporarily.
if you
He
could just
just
get him to
lives
do
here at
like
the.
construction or something.
Yeah, he lives here at the manor. He kind of takes care of the things and
Yeah,
spiffs it up.
be a groundskeeper.
Is food ready?
It's been ready.
What?
It's been ready.
How
Is
am I
food
supposed to
ready?
know this? Nobody tells me stuff.
All over 8 stones that chicken salad.
Why didn't you tell him the food was ready?
Ah. Oops. Anyway.
Did you eat Harry's food?
Yeah.
Downstairs, the chicken salad's in the fridge. I'm headed to get Hayden's truck, or Jeep, whatever, and then get an ice cream. Do you want anything?
No, I'm good.
I want ice cream.
I kind of want ice cream too. Did you lose a Chris and Kate's here in Maryville?
Oh, that's weird.
What?
The character just turned down ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I think I found the picture.
Right.
Picture of what?
This is what I want our stronghold to look like.
I'm terrified. I feel like this is going to be like a picture of a strip club or something.
Right wing.
Did like one of those roulette things where you just
Oh,
get a
that's good.
random
Didn't
picture.
get the right link. You stupid.
Say,
Yeah, I
yep,
was gonna
did
say.
not
It
load.
did not do anything.
But it looks like it's from Matt Colville, so I'm not quite as worried.
If you guys delete everything after the JPG on the link, it shows up.
Ah, okay.
It looks impressive, and will take a while.
What about that kind of stronghold? Like Phandalin would become like a mega city if we had a stronghold like that.
I mean, I think there is an element of, um, like, we do have a framework here. Like, some of this is ruined, but not all of it. We can probably reuse some of the materials.
Because what was this place originally? Like a manor or?
Yeah. And it was already
Okay.
being used for basically what we want to turn it back into.
Okay. So somewhere between a manor and a keep, maybe, or something.
Uh, I'm trying to find the cost of hirelings.
Are we considered to have a franchise rank yet?
Nope.
Uh, very, very shortly. And it will be one.
Because that affects our hirelings, right?
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are agreeing to work on the headquarters for now, let's go on and skip to. Uh, we'll say it's been you guys have started just trying to clean up and clear out space in the rubble.
I mean, we could hire 5 untrained hirelings for 1 gold a day.
Where did you find that information?
The AC Inc. Franchise management section redirected me to the player's handbook, equipment, services, hireling untrained, 2
Oh,
SP per day.
it's in the player's handbook.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because I was going through hacking staff trying to find.
It on D&D Beyond it links you over to the handbook.
I didn't see a link.
It's under untrained hirelings under staff in chapter 2. Under franchise advancement.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So yeah, we'll say that you guys are sort of clearing it out and everything for the time being. Of course, that's what you would want, Beer Heist.
That's my ideal home.
Is this like Moss Isley? Nope, yep.
But while you guys are, like I said, clearing out the rubble, getting things basically set up to start sort of construction. It takes a few days, but eventually, this person shows up and tells you that he is the representative from AC Inc. here to instruct you on the procedures that you need to follow. And
Better not start swinging from our chandeliers.
I'll say he immediately gives the impression of someone who's supposed to be doing that, but as soon as we finish any kind of like table type space, is going to sit there and drink all day.
He's going to be carousing while we're.
He looks like the type of guy that he's going to stab us in the back in the future.
Be singing the "Boy What a Guy" Gaston song.
Well, if he's going to pull up, and we're going to be disposing the bodies by having a giant bonfire outside the ruined manor to burn the bodies so that we get rid of them faster.
Okay, so
Right.
if you guys have any questions for him, he will do his best to answer them. But essentially, he's here to present you guys with a contract, and if you sign the contract, you will officially become franchisees and have a franchise rank.
Well, seeing as how it is in fact the point of the campaign, I suppose we should do that.
Okay. All of you can make. Where'd it go? Can make investigation checks.
Can I guide Veerheis and assist?
Sure.
I'll investigate.
Well, no, you can't assist. You're all needing to sign this contract, so you all need to make the investigation checks.
Oh boy. Well, 18.
But yeah, you can guide them. All right.
Jeez. -1
Fantastic.
modifier, nat 20.
So, here is a list of basically everything the contract covers. That you are agreeing to. You had to roll it because it's crammed full of legalese and double talk, but this is essentially what you can surmise from it. And In addition, as a rank 1, as Colby was just looking at, you will now, Ag Inc. will pay for a few of your hirelings themselves. You can have one major domo, two
Major
untrained
Domo.
hirelings, two untrained hirelings, and one skilled hireling. Anything beyond that will come out of your own funds.
What's a major domo? Like a. Oh, this thing says chief steward of a large household.
Basically. But here is the link to your staff, and you can also see how it will grow.
They're a smart, fancy butler.
Mm-hmm. And you can also, as it, if you trust your major domo enough, if you think they're powerful enough, you can send them out on minor missions even.
So, so how much have we kind of fixed up at this point?
With him there, like he showed up a couple days after you started, so not much. But if you continue to work on it, how long are you wanting to spend on it? I guess is the question.
I was kind of thinking minimalist because there's just so much to fix up, and maybe we could put the unskilled hirelings on finishing it, or at least like keeping it moving along.
Okay.
Maybe a
You could
week sounds
probably-
pretty good.
In the span of a week, you could probably raise up some sort of barn-like structure and have a couple of rooms inside the barn, like office, like cubicle-like rooms, not thick walls or anything. But if you could have something where you could have the semblance of privacy for a meeting or something if you wanted.
Would that include a place for us to like sleep indoors?
If you wanted to do that, I don't know if it would be lavish or not. Like I don't know if you could have gotten beds and everything in there, but you could definitely get some hay or some blankets or something. There's also an inn in town that you could be staying at if you wanted.
I feel like that's going to be expensive pretty quick, though.
Yeah, with a week's worth of work, you can have something really basic, but nothing lavish, really.
All right.
Certainly no indoor plumbing of any kind.
Does Veerheist? No, you don't have prestidigitation, do you?
I do not.
You have very strange cantrips.
I do. I can mend things, though.
Okay, so should we actually talk to this person about what's been going on? They brought us paperwork, but we kind of need to let them know there's a necromantic cult trying to start a guild war in town, and they killed everyone.
Sorry.
I mean, if we want to.
I guess it could be.
Well,
important.
you did send a message to Omen saying that it was Dran Enterprises, and he was surprised by that, saying that that's out of character for them.
Well, then didn't we learn that it might not be them?
Yes, but
Well-
you haven't told him.
I think we
Oh,
specified that the symbol was there. I don't know that we said conclusively it was them. Let me see what you wrote.
Because then we found that other symbol was the dragonborn whatevers or something.
Yeah, I said, or we said, Mongoose killed by Dran Enterprises over powerful magic item. DD mark left at site. Assistance support suggestions will proceed with caution and await word.
Yeah, so he responded by saying that was unlike Dran, but if you wanted to let him know that maybe you were mistaken, that sending a message with Viari here might be a good way of doing that.
Yeah. So, I mean, the update would be necromantic cult with stabbed dragon skull logo attempting to frame Dran Enterprises and secure artifact. I don't know why I'm saying this like I have a word limit.
Yeah, no word limit with a message like this.
Yeah. So we already encountered some of the Dran employees who were trying to clean it up. We parentheses eventually resolved it peacefully.
In quotation marks, because people died.
It ended peacefully. It ended
it was- yeah.
peacefully. I
There
feel
was
like
a conversation.
I feel like that's the kind of sophistry that Ack Inc. is built on.
That's true.
It ended peacefully.
All battles end peacefully.
I mean, that also sounds like something they might say.
Right.
So, to clarify, necromantic cult mentioned that they're trying to blockade the road, weird rituals that were powered by human sacrifice. They failed to recover the artifact. We have it instead and are protecting it. We rescued one of the Golden Mongoose's employees. We're searching for another who might have survived. Just the full information dump. I mean, also mentioning like the Jackal Ware was hired by. Should we guess that that's Huber? Because she remembered that it was a short person, right?
Right.
They described it as one person. How many people did you guys interview about who it might have been?
Well, this was the Jackal Ware. So what I
Yeah,
wrote
I'm
down
trying to
was
remember.
paid by halfling question mark, short cloaked humanoid, came to Neverwinter Woods to hire her to search for survivors and kill interlopers.
Yeah, let me find exactly what they said. Yes, short cloaked humanoid. But somebody, was it one of the sisters? Said that someone was. Oh, yeah, one of the sisters that you rescued talked to their fellow captive before he was killed.
Said his employer was Hooded Goblin.
Yeah, goblin. So short humanoid as well.
There's lots of short adversaries.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. We'll just say that we send information as best we recall it here. Does he have? What is it? Varius?
Vieri, I think is his name. Vieri. Viari.
Okay.
Also, I should note that this is Viari is a very high-ranking person in ACK Inc.
Yeah.
A member of the A team.
Oh
goes,
shit!
Goes around with Omen and Jim Dark Magic on stuff like very one of the top people in the company.
Do they drive around in a black van with a red stripe on the side?
I would definitely think Errant would know at
Yeah.
least the A team on site, if not probably also the B and C teams.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, they
the
sent
reason
a team out here for us.
the reason I mention this is giving the full account that you just did, mentioning short magic, like seemingly magic user. You don't notice much, but when you mention a goblin, you see him get a little tense. He plays it off very well, but and doesn't linger on it. But you get the sense that that means something to him.
What if that cobalt was actually a trap and we passed? It was a test and we actually passed the test.
So I guess I would just want to follow up. Like, do you have? There would probably be a little bit of laying on thick. Like, as such an esteemed adventurer and member of the A team, do you have any advice on how you think we should proceed, or any information you feel like we should know before we move forward?
He will tell you that how to explain that. He, like I said, he doesn't linger on the bad guys, so with lack of a better word to use. But when you mention them to him, he sort of shifts focus from encouraging you to garner favor with the local politics and getting the franchise set up, and tells you that we should probably focus on finding Talanatha. We need to find her and make sure she's safe, and find out what she knows about this magic piece that they seem to have been searching for. The bad guys seem to have been searching for.
Well, I mean, we know what they were searching for, right?
The timepiece that you guys have, but why were they searching for it?
But so far, we don't actually have any leads on that, do we? Because it's a random teleport, and she has not reappeared yet.
He would be able to tell you that she had put in that Talanatha was not necessarily unhappy, but unsatisfied with her work as a golden mongoose, and wanted to to not relocate. She wanted to switch franchises, and she put in a request for that, but was ultimately denied. But she wanted to go be with some of friends that she had made in the Order of the Stout Half Pints, which is another franchisee or another franchise. And they have a headquarters in an old lighthouse in an area known locally as the Silent Sound.
How far away is that?
It is pretty far, north of Netherwinter, but south of Luskin.
Yeah, that's
We
a
get to-
huge haul.
Yep.
Well, that kind of stinks.
Don't have any quick way of getting there.
Would it make more sense to try and message her? Or sending her?
You guys don't really have a way of doing that.
We have been imposing on Sister Gariel.
Well, I mean, how does sending work?
I think all we need is a name.
Is that all you need? I thought you had to have with which you are familiar. You're not particularly familiar with it.
Can we use the Act Inc. people to send a message, or
Viari cannot. He does not use magic, but he can attempt to. But he can attempt to once he gets back to Waterdeep. But there's no guarantees that it will work.
Man, that just feels like a really long time to be gone. Because that's probably what, like over a month to get there and get back?
Yeah. You could, if you're going by foot, almost certainly. You do have a timepiece that could potentially teleport you, though, and you could also potentially go to Waterdeep and hire a boat, which would be much faster.
I mean, that almost guarantees, though, that everything happening in town is going to be advancing without us, though.
Yep. Or you could stay in town, and whatever's happening where she is will advance without you.
Or we split the party.
So now we're going to have a Wednesday game and a Thursday game. And CJ's going to run both.
I'm barely ready for a purely role-playing session tonight, and you're wanting me to run two instead?
Splitting the party, that's half as much work for each session, right? That's how that works?
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could road trip it.
Let's just send Plan B to go get her.
You know what? We don't even need to care. We don't even need to care about this town. Let's just go save the girl.
I mean, we literally just signed a document saying that we are contractually obligated to care about this town.
Yeah, but now you have hirelings and stuff. They can surely watch over it.
I can maintain things.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Oh, here's a good question. Can I spend a little downtime turning water breathing potion algae into water breathing potions?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
So,
Do we get to name our own franchise?
You do. That is something you can do now. If you guys want to come up with a franchise name, you can make it whatever you want.
All right, that's fine. I will. We will brainstorm, and I will be back next week with a bunch of lit names
Yes.
for our franchise. I expect the other you guys to do the same, and then we will pick the best one.
He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Um, and I would say you guys have been in town long enough now that most of the locations would be known to you. So I'm going to go on and make sure you guys are aware of everywhere or everything that they've got on here anyway. All right. So everything should be revealed on the map of the town.
Hey,
Oh.
here, guys, you want to go mess with the Shrine of Luck?
no, the Shrine of Luck is the one we like. But you shouldn't go mess with either of them.
Wait,
Well,
what shrine?
might
What I
you
mean
might
with
like
mess
both
with the
of
Shrine
them.
of Luck, I
You've
mean,
not
let's
been
go
to the other
pray.
one.
I mean, let's go pray at the Shrine of Luck and have some fun that way.
The Shrine of Luck is the place that keeps, like, taking care of all these people we find and, like...
Well, I feel like I need to leave a couple coins there for them.
That would be fine. But doing something... I feel like this is not...
Oh no, I have no intention
Like
of that.
spray painting the.
No, I mean when I'm gonna say mess with it, I mean let's go pray at the Shrine of Luck. Like we're not gonna do anything to it.
I'm gonna deface it.
Oh gosh, no.
Um,
That would just like ruin us.
on
Alright.
our way... so we're going to have to pass through Neverwinter?
All depends on how you want to go. I am trying
To reveal names on the map?
not reveal names, but
Tell us all the
Dang.
secrets. Have I rested yet? Or
Yeah, we're like a week or more later.
yeah.
okay,
This was
I've been
downtime.
rested now. Okay. Couldn't remember.
Okay, can you guys see things on the map, like names and whatnot?
I see the name Neverwinter. Right now I have my window open.
And yeah, you should be able to see Waterdeep, Phandalin, and the names of the roads you guys had traveled on. You guys would have passed through this town coming from Waterdeep. So, yeah. So basically, I guess Viari could put this on the map for you, mark it for you guys, but you guys are trying to make your way up here.
Oh dear.
Making our way up here.
try to put everything on the map that your characters may have heard of, like the names of forests and stuff like that. And Luskin's big enough that you would know where that is. All right. So yeah. Sorry there wasn't a lot of adventure and excitement in tonight's game, but
Well, you know.
there was a lot of bookkeeping to take care of. And
Sometimes
yeah,
it has to happen.
Pack Inc. is big on their bookkeeping.
Yes.
Oh, and while we're here, Colby and Vierheis, can you guys drop your spiritual weapons and cannons? They should be in your list of stuff. I hope.
Yep. 1 second. As we're traveling, I'm compressing all of our random junk items more and more into more like valuable art pieces.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon.
Oh, here. Yep.
So yeah, are you
Hey, cool.
guys cool? You can drop them, control them, all that jazz. Perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, how are you guys? You have decided that you want to do the silent, do the lighthouse.
1 second. Chelsea's yelling something, and I don't know what she's yelling.
Hello,
Oh.
Chelsea.
I mean, she's like upstairs in the bedroom. It's just this like sound off in the distance.
Hey, Chelsea.
Honestly, as much as the lighthouse, one of my priorities is we have a lot of stuff to sell.
Oh yeah, we've been acquiring a lot of things. Like little quarters, really. So does this mean we need to like build up a ship, build a trading port somewhere, like a port right here, so that way we can just take things by sea to Neverwinter, and establish a trade route between Phandalin and Neverwinter?
Well, that's what I was gonna. Did you guys decide that you're wanting to do the lighthouse next? Is that
Oh.
the course of action you're going to take?
Oh, definitely. Wait, if the lighthouse lets us have a port and we have a sea trade route between us and Neverwinter, that'll speed things up so much.
So if that's what if you're wanting to go try and find Talanatha, that's totally fine. I just need to know what you're planning on doing so I know what to prepare. But then my next question is, how are you going to get there? Are you going to try and teleport and save yourself a ton of time using that timepiece? Or
But it
are you
leaves the
going to
timepiece behind, doesn't it?
sometimes?
That feels like a really bad plan.
Well, I mean, you have hirelings now. You could, if it gets left behind, they can take care of it for you.
Yeah, but like they brought like 60 people to come and burn this place to the ground to get it last time.
And it wasn't here, or they couldn't find it. So why would they think that it's still there?
What are the odds that they come back a second time?
I'm just saying, if you're worried about about Phandalin and what happens while you're away, that would be a way to basically cut your trip in half. Or, like I said, you can go along the coast and see if you can hire a boat to take you there, which would be much quicker. Wouldn't cut it in half, but it would be quicker. Or you can take the road by foot the entire way, and it will take quite a while.
I mean, honestly, one thing I would like to do is, shoot, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. Like, we seriously have a ton of stuff to offload.
What do the different circles mean? Like, what's the big circle mean? Or is that just kind of a map thing?
I think the big circle is essentially the area that you'll be doing stuff in.
Oh, okay. That's kind of the mainly
Yeah,
Neverwinter game area.
yeah.
I might be able to buy some plate.
Some plates?
Some plate armor, or be very close.
Would be nice to have some plates to eat off of. Oh dear. Somebody's mad.
I'm trying to do math here. Let's see. Could I be scavenging herbalist supplies on our way?
Sure.
Okay, then yes, I should. Okay.
Let me rephrase that. Are you going to be taking the road the entire way?
So one option is to take the road to Neverwinter and then take a boat up, and that'll be faster.
Or you could even potentially find another place that might have a boat along the coast. That's just the main big city that would for sure have a boat.
Well, and I wouldn't mind passing through there because I think I could buy a suit of plate armor.
Okay. Then yeah, you can search for some. Let me open up where. Let me open up this and. Well, I thought this would say. So it'll take you roughly 3 days to get to Neverwinter. If you scavenge for supplies and stuff, we'll say closer to 4 days because it'll slow you down a bit. But yeah, you can. What did we say we could do? We'll say that if you're taking your time, you can find enough for 2 a day.
So by the time we get there, I'm going to have approximately 2,100 gold worth of items in trade.
And let's see, have you paid the franchise fees?
What are the franchise fees for rank 1?
It's 20%. Is it, what was it, 10% of what you made? And gosh, I have too many tabs open. Sorry.
I also thought that was specifically out of quest rewards.
I think it's out of loot. I don't know.
Let's see.
Franchise costs. Here we go. Baseline costs. Differ from it. It just says the tithe, so 10%, I guess, if it's a tithe.
It seems like it's based off the baseline cost chart.
It says it differs from that. It says specifically the costs on this table differ from the costs found in recurring expenses. But if you're talking about the one in the Dungeon Master's Guide,
No, I'm talking about the one that keeps scrolling down. Horse-drawn carriage or wagon and farm or rural enterprise.
oh, okay. So you've got a farm or rural enterprise at the moment, so that'd be 20 gold pieces.
And we did. I do think the. No, we take theirs, or did Veerheis have access to something?
Veerheis had access to it.
Okay, so yeah, all we have to pay is 20 gold, right?
Yeah, and one for the hirelings that you hired before you had permission to hire them.
Okay, so that was 21 gold.
Yep,
All right.
that seems to be correct.
So can we do a shopping montage?
Sure can.
The Indiana Jones travel thing where like the arrow slowly draws on the map.
So let me add this
So
on.
what are we
here.
trying to sell?
2 potions of water breathing, which it specifies are worth 500 gold each.
In Neverwinter, you'd find somebody willing to buy that for 500. They're not super common. So yeah, Neverwinter, that's fine.
Luskin Ice Mead also specified at 200.
You'll need to, with Veerheis in you, you'll know with that ability, he knows people who might want it, but you'll still have to find them. Roll. What I need Veerheis to roll something
These.
to find the people. insight, I guess, and you can roll with advantage. Or does insight sound like the right thing to roll for that?
Maybe
to know people?
investigation?
He's not, but I mean, he's not looking for them. He's wondering. Yeah, either investigation or insight. I don't care which. Oh yeah, you find them. You find people and they love that Luskin ice wine, and you can get full price for it.
All right. Then I have 3 gold art pieces, which are at 100 gold each.
Okay. Once again, Vierhuis, roll that to see if you can find those people.
And if it matters, there is something in the DMG that says art pieces sell for full price.
Oh, then in that case, never mind.
Oh,
Full
okay.
price.
That's the that's the secret hack of Artisan's Blessing. Let's see, where does it say? Kind of wish there was an option for find in page but not in table.
What's that?
I wish there was an option that was like find in page but not in table, because it pops up like a bunch of times.
Oh, when you do Control F.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But anywho, so that is, there are 5 of those total. The other 2 are 50 and 55 each. So it's up to 1605. We have 2 vials of grung poison worth 100 each.
Okay. And if you're wanting to sell it, there's not a lot of demand for poison in Neverwinter. You'd have to find some shady people wanting it. And you can roll insight for that, I suppose, Vierhuis.
Okay.
Yeah. You find people. You won't get full price, but you'll get close to it. Take 10 gold off of the price, whatever that was.
So that is 1785 from that. We also have a breastplate worth it's worth 400, but we were saying resale was half.
Yeah, especially in Neverwinter, there's lots of blacksmiths there.
So we're up to 1985. Do you just want to do that for the other armors as well?
Yeah, armor would not be hard to come across in Neverwinter.
That's another 35. So that is 2,020 gold. And we'll knock off, so that is 1,999 gold with first franchise costs paid.
All right.
Plate armor. There are so many things that have the word plate in them. So that was my high priority. So that would still leave us with 499 gold. And I can clear so much stuff out of my inventory.
Anybody else need anything?
It is truly wild that D&D Beyond doesn't have like basic Boolean searching and wants you to write everything like exactly how it shows up on the list or it won't find it. "21 AC. Let's go fight something."
All right. So nobody else wants to do any shopping or find anything?
I'm good.
Okay. And what's your all's plans for getting to the lighthouse from Neverwinter? Continue on road or
Do you want to take a boat from this point?
Is the boat faster?
yes, but it will cost money.
It's all right. We flush. How much does a boat cost?
I don't know.
Just buy a boat instead of renting one?
Well, if you buy a boat, then you also have to pay a crew.
Oh, right. We could be the crew.
Life is cheap.
I mean, you could be the crew. I don't know how successful. It might not be as fast as anymore.
This is a good point. I don't know if we're experienced maritime.
I feel like there's another kind of boat. This is crazy.
Yeah, rowboat is 50 gold pieces, but anything, the cheapest boat after that is 3,000.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, because you can buy like substantial land. I think it said like a large estate is less than 5,000 gold.
Wait, 3,000 just to rent a boat?
No, that's
No,
to buy it, but that doesn't include
Oh.
like the crew or anything.
Yeah.
And it says that they can only carry 3 crew and 4 passengers. So this is not like
So not even like that's like a whatever, yacht schooner. I don't know what the
that's 60 feet by 20 feet.
oh gosh.
That's crazy. So maybe we won't buy a boat.
Tell his
No.
little friend is and keep this one.
Hayden, your Jeep's home.
Oh, nice. I missed that Jeep already.
Well, you can have it back. It sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Those
You
brakes
suck.
are terrible.
Huh?
Your brakes are terrible.
Your brakes are terrible. You don't understand how to use the brakes.
Lots of pressure.
Okay, and
Just saying.
You gotta pump them like 8 times.
you don't have to pump them at all. You guys just are not understanding how to use the Jeep.
You know, the good news is that it's your problem and not ours.
It's your billionaires. It says people who doesn't know how to use a Jeep.
I drove it home just fine. I just didn't like driving it home.
I don't-
You just don't understand how to drive it.
I just don't drive your Jeep.
I drive the Jeep.
It is just crazy how expensive these are.
So yeah,
So renting a boat?
is that the plan? I don't have anything prepared for that. but I will next week if you want to rent a boat.
Say, there might also be something under expenses.
Dun, 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 dun. Right, here we go.
For services?
Oops.
Here we go. Ship's passage, 1 silver piece per mile.
Hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be real cheap then.
This is the screwy economy of... I don't know that you could ever make your money back if you bought a boat.
Yeah.
Like I said, we will go on a search for a rental boat next week.
Okay.
And actually, no, I'm a liar. I will not be able to play next week as my work schedule is all kinds of messed up.
Oh no.
Labor Day weekend shenanigans.
Nope. Somebody who doesn't normally make the schedule made the schedule, and now I'm off on days that I would normally work. And
Oh
work.
man.
One day I'm working like a 4-hour shift, and another day I'm working like an 11-hour shift. Um, it's just all kinds of messed up.
That's no bueno.
No, I'm very frustrated by it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm next week. I'm off on Wednesday and Sunday or something, and then one day I work 6 a.m. to 11, and another day I work 6 a.m. to 4:30 or something. Like it's all kinds of
Weird.
messed up. I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
off on Thursdays and Fridays so I can do D&D, and I'm supposed to work
Priorities.
and I'm supposed to
Yes,
work
yeah.
6 to 3.
Yeah. Well, I hope they get that figured out. Yeah.
Well, it won't get hopeful. I mean, the person who normally does the schedule was at another store for a week, and she's
Oh,
back now. So hopefully, it won't be happening
okay.
anymore.
Right.
But
So the week after that, it'll be back to the normal schedule, probably.
theoretically,
Hopefully.
so yeah, so won't be playing next week. But the week after that, we can go on a search for a boat and make it to the lighthouse and see what's happening.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. Once again, sorry it wasn't action packed tonight,
Right.
but
Hey,
We needed this now.
I have already hit one of my campaign goals, which was getting that plate armor.
all right.
Colby, it was exciting.
Yep, I got that plate armor, and I've got a jingle jangle 547 gold in my pocket.
I'm just glad I'm not petrified anymore. So
You know, you got to take the big wins and the
You're
little
right.
wins.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right,
All
peace.
right. See ya.